get ready to come with us to Busan in South Korea. I am excited for this one.
Take a longer. If you take a
We booked a full-day excursion through the ship, and it was almost 8 hours long.
Now we are at the Buddhist temple. Lots of stairs. But wow, it's really beautiful. Let's go check it out.
One of the things that makes this temple so unique is its location right on the coast. A lot of Korean Buddhist temples are tucked into the mountains, but this one overlooks the East Sea. So you get these incredible views of the temple, rocky coastline, and ocean all together. This temple dates back to 1376, although much of what you see today has been rebuilt and restored over the centuries. It was one of those places where there was something interesting to look at everywhere. We also found the 12 Chinese zodiac statues representing the different birth years. I'm a rooster and Maria is a tiger, so naturally this became a photo shoot.
I was born in 1969. So my Korean animal is the rooster. Steadfast, loyal, dependable, a good friend.
And yes, there were little shops here too, so obviously we managed to fit in some shopping before we left.
Okay, now we're gonna walk along the Cultural Village street. It's kind of crowded. Here we go.
This is probably one of the most recognizable places in Busan because all these colorful houses are built into the hillside. And let me describe the actual experience for you. Colorful, interesting, very hot, and completely overstimulating. There were people everywhere. Little shops everywhere, street food, souvenirs, art. There was just a lot happening. But in Japan and Korea, there is still order amongst the chaos. I was like, what are these people lining up for? It's an orderly line to take a picture over the panoramic views. Most other countries, you'd just be shoving your way in. I'm glad we saw it because the views over the village were really cool, and of course I managed to squeeze in some shopping. I also learned that some famous K-poppers were from here. After power shopping, it was time to head back to the bus. By this point, we were definitely ready for lunch, and lunch was included in our excursion. We stopped for Korean barbecue, and this completely exceeded my expectations. It was so good. I actually did a whole separate video on this meal because it deserves its own moment.
All right, we're heading on to the market next. Let's take a trip to the International Fish Market.
This is Korea's largest seafood market, and wow, what an experience.
Look at him.
It is kind of cool that you can actually choose your seafood from the market and then take it upstairs to have it prepared for you.
Oh, pancake. Looks so delicious.
I would have loved to have more time here because you know I would have turned that into a whole tasting experience.
Now we're walking over to the International Market. We have left the fish market and we're trying to do some power shopping. Maybe some Korean skincare.
This was our last stop, and at this point we mostly wandered around, looked through the shops, and then I found the Korean skincare. And this is where things slightly went off the rails. I went into a store called Number One Shopping, and let's just say I did my part to support the Korean skincare industry that day. After almost 8 hours exploring Busan, we finally headed back to the ship. And looking back, I'm really happy we chose an organized excursion for this port. Between the temple, the village, the Korean barbecue, the fish market, the international market, we covered so much ground. And just like that, it was time to say goodbye to South Korea, sailing away from Busan through all this fog after one very full day.